Oh, look at this RA40 liftback automatic. This is at a dealership. See, used car dealer. And we're in Melbourne, Australia. And this is how classic and valuable 1978. Actually, no, it looks like a 1980. It's a Series 2 Celicas are worth. Look at that, 7,999. I posted on Facebook telling someone that these are now worth 6, 7, 8 grand. And they said bullshit. They didn't believe me because I'm from America, and you know, in America cars don't go up in value like that. Well, these cars don't anyway. Everyone thinks Toyotas are shit in America for some crazy reason. Anyway, so the truth is Toyotas are not shit. They're the best cars in the world. And rear-wheel drive Celicas are now very, very valuable. The funny thing is, there's a story about this. I owned 2 RA40s and I bought them both for under $200. The first one I bought was $170. The second one I bought was $150, I think. Or was the first one $200 and the other one was $170? Can't remember exactly. I bought a Series 1 and a Series 2, but they were both coupes. And I stripped parts off the Series 2 and put it onto the Series 1 to fix it up, because the Series 1 was the one I owned. I liked the chrome bumpers more. Obviously I don't like the bumpers on this one, just the plastic bumpers, but I do now in hindsight like the headlights on the Series 2. It's got DeLorean-like headlights. Anyway, so I really hope my phone is actually filming this. Yeah, welcome to this video on the TRD JDM channel, JDM TRD Projects and Enthusiasts. Just thought I should show you this awesome Celica. This is pretty much in mint condition. It's an automatic. Very nice. Yeah, look. Yeah, RA40. Celica. G'day. Just having a look at your Celica.
Yeah, go for it.
What's the best price you could do on this?
Ask the boss. Well,
How much do you want? What's the cheapest you can do for this? I mean, you're obviously not going to sell it for that much because it's been for sale for a long time. I seen this 6 months ago here.
well, it's been here a while.
Yeah.
But look, it's because it's so straight. I think Wally sits on.
Can I just tell you something? I've already owned 2 of them in the past, and I bought them both for under $200 each. And there's one for sale right now in Bordertown, and I happen to own a house right next to Bordertown for $350, and it's a manual, and it's a liftback.
Okay, well, did you buy it?
No, I can though. Like, I can go there now and buy it if I want to.
Yeah, well,
It's not as like in mint condition as this one,
Yeah.
right? It's not from a dealer, and I'd have to get it towed to my house.
Yeah. Well, see.
Could you do it for like 3 grand or something like that?
Well, you know, he's not going to. I mean, if he drops it dramatically, he's not going to do roadworthy and all that on it, Rego.
That's okay. I've got my own roadworthy people.
Oh, you say you're talking about just as is.
Yeah.
As is.
What would you sell it as is? No Rego, no roadworthy. I'm a pensioner, so I get pension discount on Rego and road. So I wouldn't be wanting yours.
Yeah. Because that's unregistered at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, if you're talking a few $100, you'd be nowhere near it. You know, nowhere near it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is he the owner?
If you're selling that as is, Wally, the Celica, what price would you be putting on it? You haven't thought about it, no? What would you pay for it?
It's just out of interest. I'm actually recording right now for a video that I'm planning to put on YouTube. Is that okay?
Why?
Because I've got an enthusiast channel. It's called the JDM TRD channel.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where I put all my cars. I've actually got a 2000 Celica as my daily right now.
2000.
Yeah, ZZT231 right now. I've met you before when I was fixing up AE92 GTI 4AGE powered a few years ago. I was going to get you to do me on roadworthy, but then I ended up getting someone else to do it. Sorry about that. I'm sorry to waste your time. That was ages ago though. Probably you don't even remember me.
No.
Yeah. That's cool. Anyway. Alright, well, that'll do for the video. Thanks for watching. Turns out he's got 2 of them in his yard. I didn't even notice. This is another one. It's not for sale. He's fixing it up. This is his personal one. He said he's going to upgrade the engine, put a GT engine in it from, and you know, like TA22, RA28 sort of thing. He's got one of them original, you know, GT 1970s engines. Anyway, this is really cool. By the way, he said that he would sell the other Celica for $4.5 grand, I think he said, or something. As is, no roadworthy, no Rego. And anyway, yeah, so just this is a little bit of an appendix there to that video. The other RA40 coupe. It's got Celica written on the side, just like the one I used to have had. It's mad. How awesome is it? Oh, I love RA40s. Although, I mean, it's not my favourite one. I happen to actually like the other ones more. It's just that they're more common and easy to get than TA22s. A bit cheaper than that. Oh yeah, this is a 1980 Series 2 as well. Pretty awesome. This one's not as in good condition, but this is what you'd normally find. Yeah. Mad. It's got a tow bar. That's cool, isn't it? Oh, lift back. Oh, so awesome. RA40 Celica. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video from the TRD or JDM TRD channel. Please subscribe and like and share with your friends. Till next time. Okay, so here's some photos that I took of that car as well. The RA40 that I saw at the car dealers. There's two of them actually. I didn't realise there was two when I first started recording, but yep, there's two. He's got a red one as well. The red one is not for sale. He's fixing that one up. The silver one there is for sale, and it's in practically mint condition. Anyway, I am a fan of RA40s because actually I have owned RA40s myself in the past. Soon, yes, it's coming up in a second. There'll be some photos of. Here they are. Those are the two RA40s that I personally owned myself in the past when I was 18 years old. The silver one was the first one I bought, and the red one was the second one. The red one was a parts car to fix up the silver one. They were both automatics because that's all I could find easily at the time. Anyway, yeah, look, here's more photos of RA40s that I have saved over the years on my hard drive that I thought I would just add into the video. Show you my love for RA40 Celicas. I love all Toyotas, and I do think all Celicas are fantastic, and RA40s are really cool. Obviously, you know, a lot of people, including myself, wouldn't really think it's the very best Toyota Celica ever made. The RA60 is certainly technically superior as far as rear-wheel drive Celicas go, and the TA22, RA28, RA22 first ones were probably the most beautiful, definitely, and the most collectible. Nick's got one of those, and he's going to do his restoring, and I'll be doing videos to show the TA22 restoration project in the future on this JDM TRD channel. Anyway, I've just figured out how to do voice narration on this part of the video. I just use Windows Media Maker, Movie Maker, to make these videos. So that's why my editing isn't the best, because I'm not using full-fledged video editing software, just a free program that you can get through Windows Live. But yeah, you know, at the time I bought my first RA40 for, I think it was about $200, and the second one I bought for about $170, I think it was. And these days they're worth thousands. As you can see, that person has a sticker before $8,000 for one, so it's pretty crazy. They're pretty expensive. You know, classic. It's now a classic rear-wheel drive car. But at the time when I was 18, which was back in 1998, 70s cars were basically worthless. I remember even at the time you could pick up TA22 for $100, you know, and now they're worth like 10 grand, 9 grand, 7 grand if they're in mint condition. So, you know, it's amazing how things have changed, and certainly if I'd realised how much they were going to go up in value, I would have collected as many of them and put them somewhere out. You know, bought a paddock in the country and just filled it up with 70 Celicas. Would have been able to make a fortune reselling them 20 years later. But I'm sure they'll probably continue to go up in value. But I mean, there's a limited number of people who actually want to buy them. They make fantastic rally cars. That's what that picture reminds me of. I have recently seen World Rally Australia, or Australian rallying on TV, where someone's rallying an RA40 and they keep winning and beating like all the other rally cars. So, you know, obviously it's got an upgraded engine and all this kind of stuff, but there is a rally car out there right now that's doing the rounds. It's on TV and it's winning races and kicking ass. The RA40 has a solar diff, and I think the RA60, RA65s are technically superior because of the fact that they have the independent rear suspension. And I guess another thing, a drawback of the RA40 over like a TA22 is that it's sort of bigger and heavier. I always would say that it was sort of a bit like Toyota's take on a Cadillac. I think the styling, especially the interior, it reminds me of a Cadillac. I once worked at this company in this warehouse where the manager, he had a Cadillac in his warehouse, and I sat in it one day and I was like, oh my god, this reminds me of my RA40. You know, it was a 70s Cadillac, so I guess maybe it was just the 70s styling. But Celicas are designed, well, I think at least from the RA40 onwards, they were designed in California by the Toyota California design studio office there. So it is an American styled car with American styling, but then built in Japan. So it's a Japanese JDM, Japanese domestic market vehicle that was exported worldwide. There you go, the 20R engine, that's what most of them had, or the 18RC or something like that, depending on what size you got. I had the 2-litre engine version, those were the ones that were sold in Australia. I wish I had owned a manual, and yeah, mine was the coupes. I had the 2 coupes. I wish I had owned the liftback though. So yeah, basically I walked into a dealership that sold cars for next to nothing, and just saw an RA40 out in the back, like in a paddock area, and they were like, didn't think they could sell it, and they were going to throw it away. So that's how I got one so cheap. This was one that was all fixed up at a car show I went to one day. See, it's got all these little LCD screens in it and stuff. That's awesome. I flipped out when I saw that. I was like, wow, look at that. It's like Knight Rider. That was back before, you know, little LCD screens were cheap. That was back when they were really, really, really expensive. That photo was taken back in the 2000s. Most of these photos were pretty low quality because they were saved onto my hard drive back in the early 2000s. You know, before even Google existed, I would have found these photos through like a Yahoo search, you know. That's how old these photos are. Before people had digital cameras, they used to take photos and then scan them with a scanner, and then to upload it you would downsize it. This photo looks like it's of an Echo, but that was just for sale as well. It was for $4,000. But the Celica was on the side there. And this is my new intro exit text. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching.